What's up guys, welcome to the channel. It's Sunday, which means it's time for a market update. Today we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum and Gold, what they did the past week and what we can expect next week. Like and subscribe, I really appreciate that, and let's get into the video. Let's start with Bitcoin as always, and Bitcoin and crypto in general. Gold is an exception, we'll talk about that later, but Bitcoin and crypto in general didn't really do that much this week. We're Sunday now, of course. If you look at last Monday, we were here, and yes, price has moved. You can't say they just ranged 2-3%. It's not much on crypto, but you can also not say that they did absolutely nothing. But the thing is, what I mean with they did not much is, yeah, it was just slowly going up. There was no impulse up or down like last week's, and that also meant that I didn't take any trades on Bitcoin or Ethereum this week, because yes, price moved if you looked from Monday to Sunday. But if you look, for example, on a random day like Thursday, you saw that Bitcoin was up 0.5%. And that's not tradable in my opinion. Obviously some other strategies can, but it's looking good for Bitcoin. Yes, we said in this good uptrend we're looking for new highs, and then we saw a setback. Okay, we sweep something, another low. Okay, no worries, we sweep something, and then another low. But from now they're gaining. This is an important zone to gain, make a new high, which they didn't do yet. So I expect if price makes a new high here, that we're recovering and still in that uptrend, and with that we don't have to look at levels below, though it's still possible, of course. It's important that we gain this zone. We already gained this, so that's positive, but yeah, just closing above this would be very important. And then I can see Bitcoin doing well. If you zoom in a little bit on the 1 hour, you can see this is not a level, but just a new high above this wick would be nice. And then yeah, levels below we have a nice hold here, which price can pull back to. I really wouldn't be surprised if even if we wick this. Wouldn't be ideal if you just wick it, but that we go here and still make up new highs. So when do we get bearish again or expect new lows is when price drops here and doesn't hold this level, because then chances are high that price immediately goes for the $62,000, and if you don't see a proper reaction there, yeah, there's more downside potential. But I'd say Bitcoin, even though not much moved, and for traders it might have been an awful week, long-term perspective they did a great job, made a new low, yes, already last week on the Sunday, Saturday, but they recovered nicely. Nothing spectacular, but now next week will be pretty crucial, and I'm not saying that like it's every week to create FOMO, but price really has to close above the $65,000, and if we keep ranging here for 1 week, which I don't expect, that is not necessarily that bad of a sign, but it's also not good either. So really want price to do this, or even price to go here and sweep this and make a high, make a new highs. Worst case scenario is that price wicks this here, shows not really a reaction and dumps through. But of course next week I'll be there again with a new market update, and chance that we are here next week already or that we're here are pretty low, so nothing to panic about. Ethereum, same thing though, as mentioned several times. Ethereum, the range here is a little bit compactor, as you see. Bitcoin, yeah, we saw some structure here. Ethereum didn't really fall that much, of course, made also a new low if you compare it on a lower time frame, made a new low. But Ethereum, same thing. They saw a nice pump on Wednesday, but apart from that, not really that much happened. As you can see, pulled back, yeah, new high, and this is the main zone, 1,950. Here are the levels you can look for shorts, and I would look for a short, even though my conviction is that we're going higher, because even though we expect price to do this, probably it's still very real and very possible that price still shows a reaction from this level and then continues to pump, and we're in and we're out TP here, and then I don't care that price immediately starts pumping to the upside. But also to realize, same thing as on Bitcoin, in case Bitcoin dumps, it's also possible that Ethereum goes for this level and shows direction from there. That would even maybe be the best case scenario. Two best case scenarios is that we just start pumping on Monday and create new highs, or that we immediately kind of see drop off to here, sweep it, and then make new highs. Which I don't like to see is on a Monday we do this and we struggle to gain it, and on Wednesday we're still in this range. That would not be good. Then I would rather have price dump first, sweep something, and then make new highs. But on Ethereum, basically same thing as on Bitcoin. This is a very big long opportunity, and this also is a short opportunity. Whether you think price is going to gain next week, lose next week, both lines here are very good opportunities. And on Bitcoin, there's not really that opportunity on the upside. Of course, this level is just an indication, not really level to trade. Though this long, you should take this 10 out of the 10 times, no questions asked. Then if you look at gold, we see something completely different, and to my surprise, because I didn't expect it, I'm going to take that L, though I still think that price will start dumping soon. I don't think this is the start of a crazy uptrend or a road to all-time highs, but yeah, price started pumping and gained significant levels. Firstly, they gained this level, you saw a gain and then pullback, new highs, and now they're on the verge of also gaining this level. I mean, they already closed above it on the 4-hour candle, 4-hour time frame with 2 candles, maybe 3 this weekend, of course. Now the opening will be important. I don't expect the opening to be something like this, but I do think the opening will be important. In case we open here, then price really needs to gain it again, and if you open slightly above it, price can surely continue the push. I don't really know where it came from this week, but we saw a lot of green candles and a lot of green things. If you zoom out, as said, on the 4-hour time frame, the next level is a 4,500, and when we gain that, I'd say that maybe gold is back, because if you zoom out, of course, this is your move to the low. I know this is the last candle, but this is your move to the low, so if we gain that, it looks like we might see more upside potential on gold. As mentioned before, maybe even 3 weeks ago already, I expected gold to dump to this box. They didn't do that, they're holding on to it, but I still, and that's not to back my prediction or to save myself, it's just that I still expect price to do something like this and then go for a box. It would really surprise me if we would see something like this, where we pump to this level, make a retest, and immediately go for the 5,000-ish. That would really surprise me, because as mentioned before, this is an important zone and the liquidity is laying there. Now, of course, next week I don't think we'll immediately dump there, because 10% dump on gold in 1 week is not something you see every week or not something regular, so I don't expect price to instantly dump next week. I could see price doing both things, to be honest. So from a trader's perspective, well, that means that you can look for shorts here, look for continuation longs here, continuation long, I mean a reversal here, or a continuation short really if price starts dumping next week. A lot of trading opportunities in gold, and you see prices moving, so it's surely a fun asset to trade. Different than Bitcoin and Ethereum, where you have up zone, down zone, can take both trades, whether you think it's bullish or bearish. But on gold, it's also the same thing, just on the bigger picture, and it's a bigger asset. Look for a short here, surely possible. Look for a long here, surely possible. And also think, what is your own conviction, your own analysis? Do you think gold has more room to pump? Then maybe look for a continuation here instead of a reversal with confirmation probably. And look here also for long if you think price is going to come back and pick up liquidity. If you really think, price just a pullback, we're not really gaining significant levels, we're going back to this zone, then here you can maybe take a short, or even here take the big short and hope that price runs to your level. And that's basically it for Bitcoin, Ethereum and gold. Now I hope you got some value from this video. Again, I would really appreciate if you like and subscribe. It's free, totally free, takes 1 second, and I'll be back with a market update next Sunday. I'll see you guys then. Bye.